Oh, well, I do have some food in my ear. It's getting smoky, you know? Too much tobacco. Gotta have it trimmed short, it won't do so much. Can't find my clippers, you know? Oh, I promised John O'Hara I'd finally get around to doing this. Not just for John's sake, but my old poetry. It actually means makings, the things that you made, poeta, to create something. Right? So this was more of always a spoken thing than people. Oh, we've written down the words. It's not about the words on the paper. It's how what it is in your voice with a capital V, right? And I can't explain it any other way than that. So I haven't put that voice on for a while yet, a long time. I did it recently within World Pain Poet. Stumbled on a couple of words, but that's fine. They always come back, and they've always imprinted on you. They're imprinted on you as they come out. So when I read this again, I know how it should be read. And somebody looking on the page, like ASCII, just they can put their own emotions, ideas in it. No, that's not what it is. It's like singing Euripides to a pop tune. I mean, you could. It'd probably be cool. You catch it. Euripides actually was pop tunes. Kind of. No, it was either such great tunes. They became pop tunes. No shit. Right? They were pop stars. They were Broadway stars. Right? Oh, yeah, Broadway was Roger Hammerstein, but only way more like profoundly. Yeah, the great cleansing, a great catharsis, of the Greek tragic plays, right? So I don't claim nothing about this stuff. I'm just going to read it now. Well, maybe later we can talk, but never mind. Oh, where's the one I just said? Oh, might as well do it. I said, no, not that one right now. Oh, whatever the fuck. So, anyways, I've been reading a lot of poetry and philosophy. I think I had Heidegger going on. I've been taking history of science at SFU I dropped out of it out of disdain. I guess really it was selfish of me, really. Jesus got the credits and laughed. Didn't have a sense of humor. I was just distressed to see somebody getting a C plus. I could have been teaching the course already. Not because it wasn't, some of it was new material to me, but I understood it better than the history professor who thought she was teaching science in the ancient world. No, classicists, they have their limitations because they don't take in, same as the historians I know, they don't take into the political context or cultural context. There's certain other authors like Julian Jaynes have, Origin of Consciousness, so on and so forth title. Okay, it's three different things on this page with a little asterisk on it. It looks like this, right? Oh, I don't know. I'll just give you a little shot of it. I don't know. Where is it, Dave? I get it down there. So I'm going to start photographing this. Well, what the fuck? Why don't I just read them? So here they are. I'm going to read this in a moment here. This is what it says. I see the little dots. That's why I separated. This is an old typewriter. I can type on typewriters. And I still type, and people are all intimidated. How would you type so much? Oh, you're so aggressive. No, I'm just articulate in print. That's all. Oh, all those words scare me. I can't help you. Never mind. Just go, never mind. I get it, right? I get it. Okay, so I use words, right, like nobody else uses them. Well, it does. Yeah, it's hard to be a poet in this latter world. Let's always put it that way. Anyway, so I just seen the very, very great poet William Everson, Brother Antoninus, who was a war resistor. He was a Dominican monk. And a really beautiful Catholic poet, right? And then after the war, he took a young bride, and then a year later he got Parkinson's. He was visited with Parkinson's and shaken away on stage. Yeah, that kind of got shaken away. And you could feel the fire in his voice, the actual crackle. Who else I hear? Another American poet from that period, younger guy. Doesn't matter. This is crackle. Not a good poet, right? It's just makes your skin crawl, right? Yeah, I shouldn't just. I really like those lines. And and how long have you been writing? And you write very interesting. No, it doesn't need to hear that shit. So, anyways, I just went on to live life. Like Rimbaud didn't want to come back to Paris after Verlaine died, his older friend. Nah, you want to come back to fame from selling guns in a market in Addis Ababa? Who would give up that life to go back and be hanging around the Foppy set? Really? Really? Yeah, so he was doing. I wonder which side he was on. I always wondered that one, but I think we probably know. The side of the worldwide revolution against tyranny. Like Byron was on. Lawrence of Arabia, and they got betrayed. Yep. The future king, the family became the king of Iraq instead of the king of all of Arabia. They didn't want a great Arabia that they could control all the oil, the French and the British. No. So Lawrence of Arabia, another hero that was betrayed, Louis Riel, who was hung. But they all go down through history of guys who were fighting for the right cause, even on the wrong side, like Kolchak, who was the last Tsarist commander, basically. Admiral Kolchak. What a great film. If you want to see a really great Russian period film, what magnificent acting. It says, wow, as good as anything in the West Russian film. And better, often better. Yeah, I enjoy Russian film. And now that used to be how sir, you're a communist sympathizer? That's how it used to be here. It still is. Even for my long hair, I was called a communist in 1976. I was an old guy, of course. Funny, never mind. It's a bartender in Brayline. It's a long story. So, anyways, I just stuck my neck out really far on Twitter. All this stuff I've been saying about separation and sovereignty, and I'm done with the union. That's dangerous talk here. So, but whatever. Poets have to speak for what they want. Like I say, Byron, you know. Is it? I'm not doing it because Byron did it. No, but I did bathe, not bathe all the way in Castilian fountain. But yeah, I'm you know, like Jeffy, I know was another young man I know and woman also that are driven by the power that you know things that are more than. Then can be explained to people who don't understand the things they can't understand because of the life that they've led or what they've been told for so long or. Well, like lately, would you guys snap out of it? We have a completely different history out here. Okay, stop that and then restart this. Where's that thing? I'm going to do that. Oh no, I'll do this one I was talking about so this doesn't all really disjointed. So I might do otherwise. I know what I was going to read right after this, so put that aside. I put this here for a moment. Have this ready. All right, so I'll do this one first, the one I showed you. All right? Guess who I'd been reading? Heidegger. Not just him. And that quote says it. A walk a knife edge between Parmenides and Heraclitus. Yes, but no. No, but yes. And whether there is or isn't is another thing altogether. Why raise a high harp when all singing must be sad? The question forebodes an ode by its sense, its marrowed tone. It asks sad answers in soft, sweet song when none need be asked, much less be sung. Other queries for the poet whose voice it is yours, the audience's, for it belongs to none, nor yourself, meaning myself. Ooh, an almost rhyming quatrain, I guess you could say. There is a quasi-rhyme going on in it, but Sparta's silence, abrupt, potent, no voice to strain the heart, with incanted fears, inscented, passion nobler than the sword. Pretty mystical sometime. I was a pretty mystical guy, still am anyway, so. So every once in a while, should I? Oh, well, this was, no, I'll save that one for, that was New Year's Eve in Aspen. And, oh, there it goes. So I'd come back to Vancouver. I can't remember exactly when this was. This would be, it was sort of the punk, it was 79, 78, somewhere they were getting weird, really interesting graffiti around Vancouver. This graffiti I'm referring to partway through here. I won't say it, it'll come up sort of, but not the same word, not in the same grammar. I was at the Kootenay Loop, which is a bus stop at Kootenay Street in East Hastings, near the Burnaby border, along Hastings, which runs across the north side of the main town of Burnaby, Burnaby, Vancouver, which is that rise of land between the two inlets. Okay, so anyways. The opening line is from Robert Frost, from Mending Wall, from Something There Is That Doesn't Love a Wall. And so that should be italicized. It's not on here. This is what this page looks like typed. I do have the paper manuscript here for it somewhere. And I'm going to do this as a video documentation. No, just in case there is ever a fire, God help me know. But there will one day be some kind of destruction of everything, right? So this may survive when the Ox Lakes are Irminsul that Charlemagne destroyed. He put his carvers commemorate the destruction of it, so they made an image of it other Irminsul. And the way that the topless cross, you know, the Western Cross, the Tau cross, was not used. The cross was actually the Roman cross, didn't necessarily have the top on it, right? The Tau was not used, the straight Tau was not used, because it was also the symbol of the god Tyr, of justice, of the sky. Yeah, it's the same, not the same practice, but it's the same. It's easier construction than making. Why waste that extra wood when you just go bang, 2 poles hang, right? Sorry. But yeah, there's all kinds of horrible ways that people killed each other, especially in the States. No, they're all long and rambling, but yeah, it begins like, I'll go to the first, how far will I go? Oh, it was a page and a half. No, it's a long one. But I'll go to the first couple of verses, maybe. Yeah, I'll go to the first three. One verse, longer verse, and then it goes on. I'm referring to things I've seen on all the bus stops and all the sidewalks and things, Annotated graffiti runs through my head. Vancouver is scrawled by an unknown genius, a sublime wit that only cognoscensi see, the writing on the wall. It is with eyes and walls and towers. Meaning lurks behind every stone underneath the cold, bare world. Delusion boils with beautiful fury, joy, pain, and life and love, damned, poisoned rainbows that shatter beneath the drumbeat of the Titan host, the frost and the fire, revenging the abyss and the primal world. But that was long ago, in the urgent deeps of chaos, far from this hour, this bus. My pen, it cannot carry words. Something in my speech is lost. A shift of emphasis, a bend of rhythm or tone, the other's intent mismeant, missaid. Something in the warp and whoop of my thought lost to the ink. The moment carved and shaped alone by voice for only me. The fabric of my heart frayed and tattered with time and dislocation, its mirror making me seem grotesque, baroque, when I seek simplicity, smooth words, and gentle sentiments. If my writing is a mirror, it may not window me, but what you see and feel, it is what you are. The walls torn up, repaired, endless over, we pace our bound, the words ringing in my head, good fences make good neighbors. The frost thaws, the fire cools, water, embers, steam, ash. The fragrances are left upon the morning air. The bus pulls into its terminal loop. The city yawns, its stone cage bursting with the energy of newborn beast. The obedient see the order. The clever see the bitter wit. That defaces clean walls and the energies of life. That are still birds and trees here, intermingled with the houses, the cars, the asphalt, and the groomed lawns. The mountains lie above the smog, the sea beyond the noise. The sound of waves, of wind, drowning out futile man. A world that has no heart, just power and lust, status and wealth, but no fiber will fall. But there is to rise yet, for a civilization thus dies of heartbreak. Ah, Marna, Nineveh, Athens, oh, my Babylon, oh, sing me of the harpers in the Celtic hills, the battle ballads in the northern sword. Is mortal as is man, who built and dwells there within. Here, without, stand clear, says the road curb by the lane. There is a cigarette butt. Is still life with the yellow, green, pink pastel of the foot-pounded, sun-tanned, rain-caked chewing gum that tries to call deeper into the asphalt. Yeah, strange times. But Vancouver is strange times. I have that very strange. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Woo! I don't like the last couplet. Maybe a better one will come. I hate the last couplet. I'll try and not make it cheesecake. I hate it when it comes off in print. I've been thinking about this sometimes because I was referring to this thing I said in there, but you can't convey in ASCII, just plain text. Same as Gutenberg. That was the thing that Gutenberg couldn't do, Gutenberg couldn't give emotion in the print. I can't do it in Chinese, everything that's tonal. But, English is more tonal than people realize. This is what I just said, the way I said it. The tonality in English, it conveys a lot of meaning, right? We're tonal. We just don't think, let's just assign certain meaning to this way, that way, that way. We can, certain words, Anyways, okay, so I'll just calm down because this was more a quiet one, It won't be today. It's calmly. I sort of written, the couplet had come to me, and I just sat down and started writing, and it just kept on coming. All the private hymns that pass unwritten, all the quiet hours that bless unbidden, these are my legacy and my lot, the snare of a life in which I have fought, suffering thoughts that I dared think, bitter on the wines I consented to drink. And what in song or on page have I caught that is my own, yet need not be hidden, nor spewed into folly, or splendid in naught? The shadow of souls by which I have been bitten, but of my own life, my intimate self, the one that is not mage, not god, giant, bard, mage, nor elf. Or what is fate's web, is destiny's mesh, the one that was born and walks in earth's flesh, for though it yet lives to age and to death, it still wonders what urge drives the will to achieve, what strings bind its heart and shatter calm breath, wonders why the world was made to deceive. Dizzy with dreams, drunk with desire, mad with fatigue, burned out by fire, rage falling stupid, tears blurring eyes, some days are different, deep are the skies, silent are stones, strong waves on the beach, but these hours, my own, are beyond my mind's speech. Believe in a faith, stir up the young, raise my hand open and raise up my tongue. I'm really beginning to feel it's absurd to try and forge worlds with the weaving of words. Down from my heights on rhyme's horse have I ridden away from that peace that passes, private, unwritten. Farewell, good life. The good life, you know. For what's been said here can never be full said when you are too near. A special moment, a warm smile, a feverish touch. These are the things that I can't let mean much. For they're nothing to the art that I tried to live. They're nothing of the love that I tried to give. Yeah, that's not the last couple that I thought about. That's a good one. Yeah, all the private hymns. You know, when you're talking to yourself, you never write it down. Yeah, I've had a lot of many in a while. It's long, strange life. And there are like offshoots of that line about, yeah, it's kind of like in the I was reading actually about the time, although this came out already, the thing about I was reading Chogyam Trungpa's Cutting Through Materialism about the 6 levels in Tibetan personality types. No, it's not quite like that. Yeah, the 6 realms. Right in the middle of there, I'd said strong waves on the beach, and then in brackets I put in Icelandic the beach, the grinding, her grinding. Is the sound that she's said as a line from Godrava. She's grinding of stones on the beach, sand beneath waves. Strong waves on the beach. Also, the silence or stones, but it's all that the shifting. You know, the grinding of the wave. Yeah, I was always sated with like kennings or shit like that. Oh, geez. Am I going to do all of these today? I guess I might as well do this one. Oh, this is... I wish I had standing up. Oh, geez, I don't know right now. See, when I read one of these, I incant it. It becomes it, you know? So it's like, yeah. A lot of like quasi-classical poetry here. Dare whip a muse that risks that silence that lets any siren sing. Ooh, Tara's harp hangs silent, the sky is emptied of bells. Yeah, these are just couplets. And then a great voice bellowed loud from Piper's Isle, the passing ship. A tripod has rotten, fallen to crevice that stinks with fume. At the base of the high rock, the theater's stones ring silent. I have no tongue nor taste for melancholy such, whose clarion bellows the death of Pan, whose dark horn blew Delphi's tripod down. The great stones are mute, even Memnon will not sing. Athens trembles with her own weight, the pollution of the wine-dark sea. Are there any loves worth the journey? Are there any deaths worth the beauty? Shades or beasts, why tame the wild? Ho, ye sons of Orpheus, many are ye, and many have ye sung, and now indeed you will be silenter, so it seems. The vanity of words has fallen many a time. Some songs remain unsung, others fail as flowers fade, lost in the dim twilight of the past. Forgotten, unwritten. Unheard they cannot be. Look back and falter for many naive and sentimental days, words to recall the beauty of the songs of joy, the beauty, the joy of song. The boat swirls in the current, the Styx's water splashes cruel, but Lethe lies beyond the three-voiced howl. Such imagines, some webs, how must it lead to a song astray, a star to fall, a mountain to sigh, and yet do we doubt we sing to more than human ears? No, for a quiet falls within our own world when we strike the lyre. Apollo's brow has marred the lyre. Hermes' clever fingers scurry strings. How terrible, how banal, for that all my bluster in 12 syllables you surpass 26, 28 lines. How easy it is to see the influences of that in which I have immersed my reading's thoughts. Is this assimilation or accommodation of ideas, or degenerate, derivative copyism, or some would have it who scratch their pen with gears? Yeah, it's more like a fusion of everything I've just been reading, because I've been reading a lot of things, and I know a lot more than anybody else does. Probably syncretically around the ancient world as much as I could absorb, a lot of it late in life, but I did read a lot of ancient mythology, John. All the ancient mythologies is true. Yeah, so anyway, I met a very great poet, and he looked at me and says, "This is profligate." Well, what else am I supposed to do? A kid trying to make some money, but then my friend sent him all this. He says, "This is profligate." I hadn't asked to come see him, you see. The problem with the poet is he gets, oh, he's Catholic, yeah, I'm talking about things, or, yeah, I'm talking heresy too. Destiny, what is thy shape? Oh, my philosophy buddies in this one group shit like this. Hey, guys, take a breath, I'm doing myself. Destiny, what is thy shape? What are we, and what we've been, except to come that which we'd be? But fortune has an errant hand, for its lessons lie beyond its years. To find itself as lot has only ever proved a bane, and all those driftings only grief of gain or loss, that beauty could read such racking pain, that love could taste so poison in its fruit. We are victims of our risks, our choice. Whoa, that's powerful, because this is a lot of the other thing I just read is like Oracle. I just predicted this was written, this was like, good 14, 15 years before a lot of things happened. Right, so that was really creepy. Darwish Muse. Yeah, that thing about the muse, you see, because I've been to Delphi, and dare whip a muse and risk that silence. That's any siren thing. Because the sirens, of course, they trap you in their own thoughts. But no, that was something else. That was a transfusion of a bunch of things. So I don't know what I am. I never asked, this is not the Bellerophon song, but I never asked, it's the same question. I never asked to be born in this age. Why should I be grateful for a nightmare world, this land of machines and lies you insist is the way of life in which all must be? Life is always gentle dancing, endless struggle. Why must it be made a clockwork box, the fascination of gears, measurements, empire, labor's toil, numbered wealth, tortured land, and the wind filled with noise and smoke? I remember a fairer world that is not past, only hidden, a life untouched. Whoa, sorry there. You gotta hold this thing better. I gotta make another hand with contortion. It is not I who reject the world, it is rejected by reason's mind, denied, refused by greed and metal, escape. No, I do not seek escape. I seek return to a world that still is yet. A world that man's fear turns him to conquer and destroy. Let the gentle dancing be unrestrained. Let the end of struggle be for life. Let singing drown out mechanical noise. The planets whirl by mystery's force, not the numbered currents of gravity's silver net. Manifold existence exceeding fourfold power, the only silver wire of starlight's rays, and a river's thick corded, twisted gleam, the winter mild unbroken, stirred by a broken breeze, morning breeze. The sun song filling the world with serene quiet, steeper than the canyon gorge, higher than the blue skies, unseen stars. Nature's southern beauty surrounded only by the wind and the growl of the beast. I will not step to ruin's march. For wild will's hammer or reason's word, to smash, to cut, an axe to hew the world tree, nor shame the earth with ugliness, the heart with obsession material, society's self-torture rack, worried ideas shaping form, logic's dead-end lie, utility's bitter hand. Was the world not fruitful enough? How can this be a force upon man? Crystals, sparkling, glistening rain drifts amid the north coasted forces. The house is filled with hum. An English symphony reduced to background behind day's chatter. Within four walls, a fire burns to keep out great winter's cold. A singer strains to sing amid the confusion over a gravity, about a mundanity, a banality. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of trying to explain things. It's hard to get in words, that stuff. Yeah, things where, you go through these experiences, I guess. Yeah, that went on. Oh, I guess I should finish that, eh? Fuck, I said better. Do they go together? No, is it the same one? Don't think it is. Maybe a 3-pager, in which case I'll forget it. I think it belongs to the other one. Yeah, it does belong to the other longer one. This is very interesting. No, I wasn't looking for it, though. I just shut this off and start another one, though.